What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Corinne Bernard, also known as the last Corinna, because after me, there will be no other. Okay? So I'm here to discuss how I got here. What does that mean? Well, I consider myself to be an artist and an influencer. Not necessarily like a big influencer or a famous artist, but to some degree, I am an influencer and I 100% am an artist, whether I'm just me or I'm bigger than Picasso. I'm not saying I'm competing with Picasso, but I'm here to just help somebody get started, help somebody to get into the right mindset of becoming a established artist or I'll mainly focus on being an art focused influencer, if that makes any sense. Yes, that makes perfect sense. An art an art focused influencer. Now, I'm gonna tell you right off the jump, like I said, I'm not famous, I'm not rich, but I'm on the right path to achieving all of my goals. And this is basically a video to outline how you can achieve all these goals in the safest and efficient way possible. And this is just the basics. I'll try not to go into specifics for the sake of time. I guess you could say I have a checklist, but this video is not scripted. This video is raw, uncut. I'm not gonna get naked, but I'm not editing this video. So I just feel like it's easier for me to interact with people if I'm 100% straightforward with you. So if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram, Karenista_art. Follow my TikTok if you want to at almighty_Corinda. And my website is KarenistaArt.com, where I sell merch, original art, and prints. But you got to email me if you're interested in an original painting on my website. And you can find all my original paintings in the gallery section on KarenistaArt.com. Okay, so without further ado, let's talk. All right, so I'm gonna give you a scenario. So you're somebody that works at, works in a customer service position. Let's say you work at Big Lots and you're working minimum wage. Your car is paid for, but it's not brand new. It's well overused. And all your money goes to bills and goes to your livelihood. Very little money to invest in the things that you want to do. So given that situation, first, if you are trying to become an art focused influencer, you want to, number one, do some art. Now this isn't just any old scribbles or whatever. I want you to do art the way you want people to see your art. You know what I'm saying? So, when you're first starting out, you want to show people what you can do. You want to, like, if you have a specific thing that you like to draw or design, start doing that every day, or make a schedule to where you can do it on the regular. And then once you have those art pieces created, you want to share them online, share them on your Facebook, share them on your Instagram, share them in your stories on what's that website called? Well, Snapchat. You just want to share, because once you share that content with people, you're going to look at their reactions to it. Are they liking it? Are they commenting? Are they responding negatively? Are they responding positively? And just so you know, if people are responding negatively to your content, there's two it's either for two reasons. One, they're a troll and they're systematically trying to draw attention to themselves, which, I'll get into that in a minute. Second is that person is well versed in the topic and is just being, or knows enough about the topic to be overly critical, and is either trying to guide you or is trying to make you feel so bad, so where you shouldn't be posting until you're well versed. And in both scenarios, fuck them, because everybody grows at their own pace. And if you don't ask for criticism, it's not welcome. And that's just period. Don't let people in the real world tell you that you're not an artist because they don't like your art. There's a lot of people that don't like my art, and there's even more people that love my art. So guess where my energy is going to be distributed? To the people that actually like my art, because those are the people that are going to make me money. Now, getting back to the trolls. Use trolls in your advantage. Communicate with them. Ask them how their day is. Ask them, wow, what else didn't you like about it? And if that's too discouraging for you, then just ignore them. I've experienced trolling maybe 4 or 5 times in my social media adventures when it came to my art. And I either just be like, hey, troll, how you doing, troll? What's up, troll? Or other people will come for the troll for me. And the way the algorithms work online is the more people interacting on your post, whether it's bad or sad, the more chances of engagement you're going to get, because Facebook, Instagram, whatever, is going to see that this post specifically is getting a lot of traction, and then it's going to share it with all the rest of your friends in your network, or anybody following you. So it's going to generate likes, and it's going to generate reactions. So one bad comment could lead to you going viral. This is how celebrities that you hate go viral. It's because they are getting so much traction from people, whether it's bad traction or good traction, and conversations in the comments, and it's leading to them going viral. And what happens when you go viral? You end up on Ellen, and then Ellen's giving you like a life supply of grapes or whatever. So that's just social media. And I had so much to say about social media. But social media right now is everything. That's why you have to take advantage of social media. But for my business, what has benefited me the most is that face-to-face interaction, okay? But before I get into face-to-face interaction, when you are creating your art and you're getting your feedback from your friends and family on social media, you want to then check out people that are doing similar art to you. See how they're engaging with their audience. See how they're reacting to negative posts, if they are reacting at all. And then see how they're presenting their processes to you. Like, are they just showing you the final product? Are they showing you the process? Or they're doing a little bit of both just to like put something out there? And then take notes. Take notes on how the people who have already made it are keeping the juices flowing. Because I promise you, it doesn't matter if you're at 2 followers or 2,000 followers. People are going to act how people act. And it's going to result in more people being drawn to you. But most importantly, quality, consistency, and just, doing what you love to do. You have to love it. That's what's going to get you successful in that setting. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that it's already yours. You just have to figure out how to get it. It's like this. You already paid for your items and you accidentally picked in-store pickup. Now you got to find a way to go pick it up. It's the same concept. Once you start seeing it like that, everything will seem so much more easier to obtain once you see it as, oh, I just got to go pick up my shit. I just got to go pick up my shit. Because when you make it seem like, oh, that's not even mine, you're looking like you're in your head, you're thinking you're a burglar. You don't deserve it and you're trying to steal it. And when you have those mindsets, you have doubts, you have, you're uncertain, you're worried, but you can't treat it like that because it's something that you want. That means it should already be yours in your head. You just have to figure out how to get to it. So that is confidence. Have confidence, and you're learning from similar artists, and you're sharing online. You're creating art. Boom, great. And this is all stuff that you have to do before you even get into spending money on advertisements, spending money on influencers to promote your stuff. This is way before any of that. Like, first you want to build your foundation. Who's actually going to be liking your stuff every week? Who's going to be commenting and sharing? You know what I'm saying? And what are you actually doing? How are you going to keep this up? That's where the learning portion comes in. So moving forward, that I mentioned in-person interactions. Like with COVID, it sucks. And COVID has had a huge impact on my business because of this. Because a lot of my business focused stuff was a lot of my business was meeting people face to face. That's where I generated the most revenue, was when people saw my art in person, which makes sense because it's different seeing things online than seeing them in person. So it's been a struggle, but when you're able to have that in person, safely have that face-to-face interaction, all you got to do, your main focus when you have that face-to-face interaction is making sure that person remembers your first and last name and they know how to find you on social media. And if it helps you, make sure you know that person's first and last name and how to find them on social media. This is mainly not for customers, but it's for people that are either in business doing a different trade or are another artist, or somebody in a professional light. That's when you really want to have that person's contact information and connect with them, because then you guys can have other in-person events going on in the future and future opportunities, but that's in the long run. So those in-person interactions, you'll also have the opportunity to sell your work to people, and people will be able to meet you, get to ask you questions, get to see who you are inside. And sometimes it's hard to do that online if you're not comfortable with presenting to camera, or keeping up with TikTok and things like that. But COVID just sucks. Like I keep saying, like in person, COVID sucks. I'm gonna just say that, and we just gonna hope and pray that we get outside sooner. And like I said before, if you want to get acclimated with presenting to camera and being online, there are resources for you, so that you could build that customer relationship online. But primarily, above everything, that in-person interaction is more genuine, is more real, is more tangible. So I really can't wait till COVID ends, because that is a huge thing for people. Huge. Especially when it comes to the arts. People want to know the artists, and like, you can know somebody online, but something about that in-person interaction that just makes all the difference. But moving on. So I threw a lot of information out there, and I just want to tie it back into the original notion. Now, the person in this situation has to be willing to make moves to get out of that situation. Obviously, if your job isn't making you the money that you need to, jumpstart your business, and not even like a place to paint or a place to create, but just like paying for supplies. if you can't afford your supplies with the current job that you're in, you have to start feeding your brain, feeding your innards, nourishing yourself so that you can mentally believe that you deserve better. And then once you mentally believe that you deserve better, then you want to physically start stimulating yourself by educating yourself, learning a different trade, going back to college, getting a position that does training on site and pays you well for that training on site. That's the way you want to do it, because you want to be able to create a backup plan for yourself. And if you're not, your day-to-day 9 to 5 minimum wage isn't doing it for you, then you have to relocate, find a different job. I was lucky enough to have a degree under my belt, and it helped me get into the full-time position that I'm in now. I'm a mortgage processor and an artist, just so you know. So that's how I keep things rolling when it comes to my finances until I'm able to comfortably quit my full-time job and pursue art full-time. I'm not there yet. That's like a long-term goal of mine, and this is important, I'm not in a rush to make the change. And like, you know, you might be different from me. You want to speed up the process and get there sooner than later. That's fine, but you got to be smart about it. You know, quick, fast, in a hurry for me is a couple years. Slow and steady for me is several years. Like 7 more years should do it. But honestly, like in a realistic standpoint, I am looking to be a full-time artist as soon as I can. I'm not putting a time frame around it. That's why I say several years, because I'm not putting a time frame around it. But you could be different. But you could be as different as you want to be, but it's not going to happen overnight. Unless like you have a ton of other resources from other people that have made it. And this is all going to happen when you do your research and you look and see how other influencers and other artists are doing it. It's not easy. And the reason it's not easy is because a lot of other people are doing the exact same thing. That's why you have to be conscious of the market. You have to be conscious of what other people are doing, what's not working, what is working. And you just got to go with the flow and move in silence. Nobody needs to know what you're up to. Like, Care Needs to Art technically started a year before Care Needs to Art started, but I wasn't promoting it until I claimed it on my taxes. Until I had to claim it on my taxes. So that's a whole nother scenario. But in closing, well, just to summarize, if you're in a situation where life has got you like tight grip on you, you want to first create a stable financial situation for yourself, however works for your current situation. If you want to go back to school, go ahead. If not, like, find a trade, find something that you can do to increase your monetary to improve your financial situation. And then once you improve your financial situation, you'll have the wiggle room to pay for the supplies and the resources that you need in order to get started with creating more frequently. Then once you start creating more frequently, you want to study what other people that are just like you are doing to stay fluid with the current market environment. And you want to study them, how they react with their audience, and then you want to study how your audience is reacting to your content, and if how the comments are looking, how are people basically responding to your work, and ride the troll wave. if you're feeling froggy, hop. And then once you get to that place, of course, before I forget, that one-on-one interaction or in-person interaction where people are remembering your name, you're remembering their name, and you guys are interacting with each other, and to the point where this person's going to look you up on social media and probably tell their friends and family about you. And then now, boom, you got somebody who's shouting you out and you getting success from word of mouth. That is listen, that's why I like that in-person interaction, because but COVID. There are ways to do it online. I don't want to get into it with this video, but obviously YouTube, things like that. And so long as you stay consistent, you love what you're doing, and you sustain the quality of it all, you will become successful. Big part of all of this is staying organized and keeping a schedule of when you're going to do all these things, so that you don't fall short on any other area. Okay. And I, without a doubt, know that as long as you're consistent with this, with these steps, you will be successful. And then if you want to get to, and if, you're not happy with just the first layer of things, then you expand. You do the same things that you're doing, but just increase your audience, increase the amount of opportunities to do events. Like I used to do poetry events where I would live paint, or just sell my merch as a vendor. I entered contests just so people could know me as an artist. Whether I lose or not, people are gonna know who did what work at this specific event. And it's all about getting your name out there in the COVID world. But these opportunities will start coming your way once people know what you're about, and then you'll have the opportunity to grow and expand and build your following bigger than you could ever imagine. Like me, I'm low key. Like, I'm not trying to be big, just a little big, just so, I could feel comfortable. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. Take your time. And maybe I'll do another video like this to kind of like break it down even further. I don't know, but I hope this was very informative, and I helped somebody today. And I hope that after this video, you feel a little bit more confident with going for it. It doesn't matter what anybody else did before, and what it used to be like in the 90s, early 2000s. Like, everybody is capable of being successful. And the reason why we know this to be true is because people are literally making millions and billions of dollars just by doing nothing. And the people that are doing stuff are making even more money. It's just a matter of structuring your life so that you can have the same successes too. And I believe in you. I love you for being here, and I love you for listening. And I'm gonna cut it right here because I'm kind of hungry and I kind of want to finish my smoothie. And yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next video.